What's up guys, Isaiah here, and in this video we're going to be talking about 5 must-do beginner tips for sourcing, what you need to do before you source, how to make the most of a source, and what you should never do as a bookseller. Now, if you're new to this channel, we also have a Facebook group in the bottom left-hand corner there, and if you want to talk to us about book selling or private label, that's the best way to get to us. And we also have an Instagram where we post daily content, so go follow those things just to get in contact with us. And the first point here is to never leave home unprepared, right? So you guys are going to make sure your phones, your scanners, whatever you need, all your electronics are charged and ready to go. That means charging them as well as downloading a database for whatever app you use, Scout IQ, FBA scan, whatever it is. Download a fresh database so that you can have the best data available to purchase books with. And if your phone or scanner does have a tendency to die, feel free to bring one of these battery packs in the upper right hand corner here. These are super cheap on Amazon. You know, they're like 10-15 bucks, something like that. They'll charge your devices 3 times over. And if you're going to be a long time out in the field, hitting up a lot of places, be sure to bring snacks and water, because you don't know when you're going to be able to get lunch, stuff like that. So snacks and water is a good tip. Number 2, leave early and arrive early. So this is important. When I say leave early, I mean leave your house early and get to wherever you're going early, not necessarily leave wherever you're going to be scanning at early. But it is important because the first one, wherever you're sourcing, is usually going to get the first pick, especially it's right after they stocked it. That might not necessarily be in the morning, but it's important to be there early. And it's very important for book sales. Now you can see here in this picture, this is a book sale with a very long line. In book sales in our area, if we don't arrive 45 minutes to an hour early, we're not going to be in those first, 10 slots, 5 slots of people who get access, the first 5 people who get access into the book sale line. And it's very important. You want to be in those first 5 to 10, depending how big it is, because that's going to allow you to get to the best sections first, assert your space first, get your bearings first, and it's just best to be first in all these situations. So be early, guys, especially to book sales. Number 3, no stone unturned. What does that mean for the book game? That means scan every book. Scan every book, or look up the ISBN if it doesn't have a barcode. If it doesn't have an ISBN, scan it with your Amazon seller camera. The only books you won't be looking at are fiction, mass market paperbacks, which is basically what romance is printed on, and romance. Now, an exception to fiction is comic books. Those can be worth something if you are able to sell them, and some newer hardcover fiction. But in general, there's plenty of nonfiction for you to scan, so you're going to want to scan through those instead of just hardcover fiction or any of the other ones. And definitely don't scan through romance or mass market. So be thorough in your execution, right? The best book is the next book. Even if you hit a long string of rejects in this, shelf or whatever, always scan every book. It is always worth it. And it's better to be scanning than it is to be looking around for things to scan. You know what I'm saying? Also, don't judge a book by its cover. A lot of really crappy looking books we've scanned or looked up the ISBN and it turned out to be worth a lot of money. So don't judge a book by its cover. Don't just take a look at it, put it back. Be thorough. Again, scan or look up the ISBN of every book. Ask questions at the places you're sourcing at. So what kinds of questions do you want to ask? Where do you stock your newest books, right? That's going to allow you to know where they stock their newest books, and that could be the first place you go when you go to this place. If it's a weekly place or a daily place or anything like that, it's just good information. Where is your educational resource section, right? Where do they stock their textbooks? Because if you can't find it, that's going to be the first place you're going to want to go. Or you're going to want to know if they don't have them, whatever. Again, just a good question. What days do you stock, right? Maybe you want to show up to you definitely want to show up to these places on the days they stock. So say you go to a Goodwill and they say their book stocker stocks Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You know if you show up Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, there's going to be fresh books there, and that's going to be good days to go. So definitely ask that question. Do you have more nonfiction in the back? What we usually say is, do you have any more educational resources? And half the time, 5 times out of 10, they're usually going to bring you back something. Might not be gold, but they're always going to bring out something. And we've made quite a bit of money from asking this question, and it's super simple, and most of the time people are willing to help because you buying more helps their store, so they want you to buy. Where do you get your books? That's going to let you know where they get most of their books from. Now, you're going to want to source at places where they get all their books from donations because it's going to have the freshest books. Sometimes places buy wholesale, and those wholesale places may already scan through them. So donations are the best, but again, it's just good information. And this is also going to open up dialogues with employees of managers, just people who work there. And this is going to, make you some friends, and they're going to know who you are, and they're going to want to help you if they like you, because people want to help who they like. And that, by them helping you get more books from them, that's going to make you more money. And a good book on how to make people like you, basically, is How to Win Friends and Influence People. So definitely go check that out. Make small talk with people, remember people's names, talk to everyone that works there, and eventually you'll become sort of a regular. And relationships like these lead to first pick, and relationships for us have always been the best sources. Number 5, this is the most important one. You're going to want to turn on the hustle, right? Get into the hustle mentality. Nothing will stop you or distract you from your mission. When you go out sourcing, you got to be single-minded. You got to be a book terminator. That's all you care about. You're going for books. And remember, the mother lode is always around the corner. What does that mean? That means even if the first 3 places you tried suck, don't get discouraged. The mother lode is just around the corner. It only takes one good source to make you a ton of money. So just keep that in mind. Don't get discouraged. Keep going, even if you're hitting a lot of crappy places. And I have a nice little motivational picture for you here. But guys, that's it for this video. Let us know how you liked it, if you liked the presentation style. If you have any questions about book selling, hit us up in the comments, in the DMs. We don't care. We're here to help everyone. We're trying to provide value. And go check us out on Instagram and Facebook and subscribe here. Thanks for watching, guys.